Imagine a future, as early as 2025, where the anxiety of finding a charging station, the fear of your battery dying on a long trip, and the high cost of electric vehicles are all things of the past. This is the future BYD is building, and they've just made an announcement that shakes the very foundations of the entire EV industry. While other companies are still struggling with the fundamental problems of electric vehicles, BYD's CEO has unveiled a new kind of hybrid engine that could change the game completely in the coming years. This engine is being called the next-generation hybrid heart because it combines petrol power and electric efficiency in a way that completely eliminates the worry of charging and takes fuel mileage to a level previously thought impossible for a non-plug-in vehicle. Industry insiders are saying this engine could disrupt not just vehicle performance, but the entire EV industry's business model. It makes people ask a simple question: why buy an expensive pure electric vehicle when this level of power and efficiency can be achieved without ever needing to plug in? But the real question is, what is it about this specific engine that is surprising the entire world? And how could it potentially change the direction of the entire EV market in the future? Let's find out. But before we move ahead, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss explosive updates like this one. First, to truly understand the significance of BYD's new engine, we need to look back at where this company's incredible story began. Today, as the world's largest manufacturer of electric and hybrid cars, it's easy to forget that BYD started as a small battery company. The year was 1995, in a small town in China, where an engineer named Wang Chuanfu founded BYD with a powerful dream. His vision was to produce batteries in China that could rival the quality of Japanese companies, so that his country would no longer have to be dependent on imported goods. The name BYD itself stands for Build Your Dreams, and Wang Chuanfu truly lived up to that name, building his dreams from the ground up. Initially, BYD focused on manufacturing small, affordable, and durable batteries for mobile phones and laptops. This focus on quality and value led to rapid growth, and within just a few years, they were supplying major global companies like Nokia, Motorola, and Dell. But Wang Chuanfu's ambition was never limited to just batteries. He always believed that the future belongs to those who create their own technology. This powerful thought is what pushed him into the world of automobiles. In 2003, BYD took a bold step by acquiring Qinchuan Automobile, an older Chinese car company.
At the time, no one believed a battery maker could succeed in building cars, but BYD was determined to prove everyone wrong. They immediately began intensive research into electric cars and hybrid systems at a time when the rest of the global auto industry was still fully committed to petrol and diesel. In 2008, they launched their first plug-in hybrid car, the F3DM, which was considered one of the most advanced vehicles of its time. Gradually, BYD showed the world that China wasn't just a place for copying technology, but for creating it. The company worked on new technology every single year, from batteries and electric motors to charging systems and complete vehicle platforms, and they began manufacturing almost everything in-house. It is this incredible self-manufacturing power that gives BYD even more control over its products than giants like Tesla. They design every part of their cars themselves, which keeps costs low and quality high. BYD gradually expanded beyond China, first into other Asian markets, then into Europe, and now they are making inroads into the US market. Their cars became known not just for their range and performance, but especially for their durable and safe battery technology. Today, BYD stands as the world's #1 seller of electric and hybrid vehicles, moving millions of units each year. They have perfected a business model where everything is in-house: the batteries, the motors, the engines, and the software. BYD manufactures it all itself. And now, just as the world is beginning to grapple with the practical limitations of pure electric cars, BYD has done the unthinkable. They have created a new hybrid engine for 2025 that may change the game in the EV industry forever. This is the birth of what can only be called a hybrid beast. The story behind BYD's new hybrid engine sounds like something from a science fiction film, but it is entirely true. It's called the birth of the hybrid beast because the sheer amount of effort, advanced technology, and visionary thought that went into its creation has genuinely shaken the entire EV industry. The foundation for this engine was actually laid about 5 years ago, at a time when most other companies were already fully committed to an all-electric future. It was then that BYD's CEO, Wang Chuanfu, made a simple but powerful statement: technology should not force people to compromise. This idea became the guiding principle for their new hybrid engine. Wang Chuanfu argued that if a driver is constantly worried about finding a charging station or if their car's battery fails in cold weather, they will never be truly happy with an electric car. He saw that people want the benefits of EVs, but they are torn between concerns about range, charging time, and overall reliability. This is exactly why BYD set out to create a system that could deliver the best of both worlds, the familiar power and range of petrol combined with the smooth efficiency of electric power. BYD's research and development team began work on this ambitious project around 2019. They conducted thousands of tests, trying countless hybrid configurations, and each time they learned something new that brought them closer to their goal. This new engine is built upon the DMI super hybrid technology, which was developed entirely in-house by BYD. In this system, both the petrol engine and the electric motor work together, but they do so in an incredibly intelligent way. When the car requires less power, such as during city driving, it runs solely on the electric motor, saving fuel. When more power is needed, like during highway acceleration or climbing a steep hill, the petrol engine seamlessly kicks in. The synchronization between these two power sources is so perfect that the driver doesn't even notice the transition happening. When designing this engine, BYD focused not only on performance, but also heavily on sustainability. They designed it to produce significantly lower emissions, burn far less fuel, and last longer than conventional engines. The battery at the heart of this system is BYD's own proprietary Blade battery, which is not only incredibly safe, but is also considered one of the most robust and durable batteries in the world. Today, this BYD engine is not just another innovation. It is a powerful statement that the future of electric mobility rests not solely on charging, but on smart energy balance. Now, let's talk about the real magic that makes BYD's new hybrid engine so special. Let's understand how the engine actually works. The name might sound technical, but the concept is easy to grasp. In essence, this engine is designed to combine the best of both worlds. The petrol engine provides power and range, while the electric motor provides exceptional efficiency and smooth, quiet driving. The two are so intelligently integrated that the driver never has to think about whether the car is running on petrol or electric power at any given moment. BYD has named this system the DMI Super Hybrid technology, which stands for Dual Mode Intelligent Hybrid. It consists of three major components: a highly efficient petrol engine, a powerful electric motor, and a high-efficiency battery system. Now, let's break down exactly how it works together. When the car is moving at slow speeds or navigating through city traffic, it runs entirely on the electric motor. This means that during this time, no fuel is burned at all, and the car moves with the smooth, silent operation of a pure EV. Whenever the car requires more power, such as when you need to accelerate quickly to merge onto a highway, or when climbing a steep incline, the petrol engine automatically activates and, working in conjunction with the electric motor, provides the car with a surge of additional torque. The true beauty of this system is that the two power sources do not conflict with each other. Instead, they work in perfect harmony. When the petrol engine is running, it does not only power the car, but also simultaneously acts as a generator to recharge the battery. This means that when the battery's charge level drops, the engine automatically tops it up. And this is the key reason why the car so rarely requires any separate plug-in charging. BYD's system, which can be called a self-charging hybrid, completely frees the driver from the hassle of having to stop at a charging station. In official tests conducted in China, BYD's DMI hybrid cars achieved an astonishing average of 3.8 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers, which is equivalent to approximately 26 to 28 kilometers per liter. The secret to this incredible efficiency lies in BYD's electric hybrid system, which acts as an electronic brain and clutch between the engine and the motor. It determines with precision when to keep the engine on and when to rely solely on the motor, ensuring that not a single drop of fuel or watt of energy is wasted. This system constantly monitors the car's speed, the battery's charge level, and the road conditions every single second, making real-time decisions accordingly. This is what makes this engine so much more advanced than other hybrid systems on the market.
Now, talking about its battery management system, many experts consider it to be even smarter than the system used by Tesla. Tesla cars operate primarily on a battery priority system, meaning the entire focus is on using battery power until it is depleted, at which point charging is the only option. However, BYD's system takes a fundamentally different approach. It works on a principle of dynamic energy balance. Data is constantly shared between the battery, the motor, and the engine, creating a closed loop that ensures energy is never wasted. For example, when the car is descending a hill or when the driver applies the brakes, the kinetic energy that would normally be lost as heat is instead captured and used to generate electricity, which is then sent back to the battery. This process is called regenerative braking. It allows the car to continuously recharge itself during normal driving. BYD's proprietary blade battery is the heart of this entire system. It is incredibly robust, fireproof, and built to last. Its unique cell structure is designed to deliver high power output without the risk of overheating. A sophisticated thermal management system keeps the battery's temperature within an optimal range at all times, which dramatically extends the overall life of the car and maintains consistent performance in all weather conditions. BYD's new hybrid engine is like a perfect marriage between an engine and a battery. They complement each other's strengths. The petrol engine eliminates range anxiety, and the electric motor provides a sublime smoothness. This system is meticulously designed to give the driver power, incredible mileage, and absolutely no charging hassles. This is precisely why auto experts are now saying that this is not only the smartest hybrid system from BYD, but potentially the smartest in the entire global auto industry. Now, if we want to understand the true power of this new BYD engine, we need to delve a little deeper into the core technology that makes it tick. This engine is not the result of a single invention, but rather the perfect combination of several advanced systems that all work in a seamless digital connection with one another. First, let's talk about its heart, the DMI Super Hybrid System architecture. This is BYD's own hybrid technology, where the dual-mode intelligent capability means the car's computer automatically and intelligently decides the most efficient moment to run the engine and the best moment to use the electric motor. The uniqueness of this system is that it avoids the jarring, repeated on and off cycling of the engine that is common in traditional hybrids, and instead keeps the two systems in such smooth synchronization that the operation is virtually undetectable. It features a super efficient 1.5-liter engine that achieves a record-breaking thermal efficiency of approximately 43%. This means that a very large portion of the energy from the petrol is converted directly into power for driving the wheels, rather than being wasted as heat. Now, let's talk about the EHS, the electric hybrid system. This technology is the true brain of the engine. It features an advanced electronic clutch system that manages the precise coordination between the petrol engine and the electric motor. When the car's sensors determine that more power is needed, this system seamlessly engages the engine, and when it is not needed, it instantly disengages it to conserve fuel. All of these complex decisions and mechanical actions happen in a matter of milliseconds without the driver ever noticing a thing. This is the primary reason why driving a BYD hybrid feels so smooth and quiet, as if it were a pure electric car. The third critically important component is the battery thermal control system. BYD specifically designed its blade battery to remain cool and stable for long periods of time, even under extreme weather conditions or during high-speed driving. This system automatically and constantly regulates the battery's temperature. This not only increases the battery's lifespan, but also guarantees consistent performance and power delivery. While Tesla and other manufacturers sometimes face challenges with battery overheating in summer or sluggish performance in winter, BYD's technology is engineered to keep the battery in its optimal temperature range in all conditions. And the most interesting feature for the average driver is the self-charging system. BYD's DMI cars are masters at charging their own batteries. When the petrol engine is running, it frequently operates in a mode where it acts as a highly efficient generator, sending power back to keep the battery charged. Furthermore, when the driver uses the brakes or when the car is traveling downhill, the regenerative braking system captures that kinetic energy and restores it as charge to the battery. This integrated system makes it highly unlikely that the driver will ever need to seek out a plug-in charger for daily use. BYD has created a sophisticated digital communication network that connects the engine and the battery, ensuring that there is virtually no power loss during energy transfer between the two. Every single kilowatt of energy is managed and moved by a smart algorithm, which is the fundamental reason why BYD's hybrid cars are so exceptionally efficient. Now, let's move from theory to practice and talk about real-world performance. Let's see how all these technological claims play out on the actual road, not just on a specification sheet. BYD has tested and implemented this engine in several of its most popular models, such as the Kin Plus DMI, the Song Plus DMI, and the Seal U DMI, which was launched for the European market. These models have achieved excellent, verified results in road tests conducted in both China and Europe. The Kin Plus DMI, for example, delivered a real-world fuel consumption figure of approximately 1.5 liters per 100 kilometers under certain conditions, which is an almost unbelievable figure. The Song Plus DMI, which is a family SUV, also averaged a combined total range of over 1,000 kilometers on a single tank of fuel without ever needing to stop at a charging station. Driver reviews have also been overwhelmingly positive regarding the speed and overall driving experience. Many drivers report that the car's pickup is instant and electric-like, the acceleration is perfectly smooth, and the engine noise is almost non-existent inside the cabin. Notably, even when the petrol engine does engage, there are no noticeable vibrations or jolts. The Seal U, acting as BYD's flagship hybrid SUV in Europe, handled the balance between battery and engine power brilliantly, even when driven at sustained high speeds of 180 km per hour on highways like Germany's Autobahn. Regarding charging behavior, independent test reports indicate that BYD's system is programmed to automatically maintain the battery's state of charge between 80% and 90% during normal driving. This means you can embark on a very long-distance journey with confidence, knowing that a charger is not a required part of your plan. Auto experts in both Europe and China have begun calling it the smartest and most seamless hybrid integration ever built into a production car. The global impact of this engine has been profound, and it has put a significant portion of the pure EV industry under threat. The introduction of BYD's new hybrid engine is more than just a technological update. It is a revolution that is challenging the entire electric vehicle business model that has been promoted for the past decade. For years, the global narrative has been pushing towards a pure electric future, a world where everything would run solely on battery power. But BYD's strategic move has fundamentally changed that conversation. People are now realizing that relying solely on batteries is not always the most practical solution for everyone. Whether it's the long charging times, the fear of being stranded on a long-distance trip, or the well-documented decline in battery performance during cold weather, pure EVs have not yet been able to provide a perfect answer to all these problems. And that is precisely why BYD's new hybrid engine has emerged as a powerful ray of hope for millions of drivers. This engine demonstrates convincingly that the future of personal transportation may belong not just to pure EVs, but to smart energy hybrids. Now that people can see a car that can effortlessly run on both petrol and electric power, a car that can travel over 1,000 kilometers without ever stopping at a charging station, their confidence in hybrid technology is skyrocketing. In recent months, the sales growth of hybrid vehicles has actually been faster than the growth of pure electric car sales in many major markets, including China, Japan, and across Europe. Models like BYD's Kin Plus DMI and Song Plus DMI have even managed to surpass the sales of Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y in several key regions. Now the critical question arises, will this be the development that finally ends Tesla's dominance? To be honest, this is the first time Tesla has faced a real and tangible threat from a competitor. Until now, Tesla enjoyed a near monopoly in advanced electric-only technology. But BYD's move proves that true innovation is about more than just battery size. It's about real-world convenience and solving the customer's practical problems. Elon Musk himself has repeatedly stated in interviews that the single biggest obstacle to mass EV adoption is the charging time and the gaps in charging infrastructure. And BYD, with this engine, has effectively solved that problem from a completely different angle. BYD's hybrid cars are selling strongly, even in cities and regions where the EV charging network is currently very weak or underdeveloped.
This strategic positioning means that BYD has made a much smarter move than Tesla towards capturing the enormous mass market that still harbors range anxiety. Now let's talk about the market reaction, which sent a genuine shockwave across the entire auto industry. When BYD officially announced its next-generation hybrid engine for 2025, it created an immediate sensation across the Chinese auto market. In just 1 week after the announcement, pre-orders for BYD's hybrid cars skyrocketed, exceeding 200,000 units. A common sentiment among buyers began to emerge. Now, we don't want just any EV, we want a BYD hybrid. The response was equally overwhelming in Europe. In countries like Germany, Norway, and the Netherlands, where brands like Tesla and Volkswagen had previously dominated the electric scene, hybrid SUVs like the BYD CEO DMI started achieving record-breaking sales numbers. The competitive pressure was so intense that even established giants like Toyota and Honda, who were considered the historic leaders in hybrid technology, were forced to immediately shift their research and development projects to respond to BYD's breakthrough. Toyota publicly announced a major redesign of its own next-generation hybrid platform scheduled for after 2025, while Honda began working at full speed on new integrated hybrid systems that function much like BYD's DMI. The implication is absolutely clear. BYD has single-handedly changed the strategic direction of the entire global auto industry. It is not just other car companies that are reacting. Governments in many countries are also being forced to reconsider their strict EV-only policies. While Europe had previously planned to completely ban the sale of new petrol and diesel cars by 2035, many countries are now actively discussing and adding exception clauses for advanced hybrids. Countries like Japan and China had always considered hybrids a sensible middle ground technology. But now, Europe and the United States are also beginning to seriously consider a hybrid future as a more practical and immediately achievable pathway. This masterstroke by BYD has also had a massive financial impact. The company's share price surged, and it officially surpassed Tesla to become the world's largest seller of electric and hybrid vehicles combined. A stunning statistic emerged. 1 in every 3 new cars sold in China is now either a pure electric vehicle or a BYD hybrid. And that is exactly why industry experts are now boldly saying that the future is not electric only anymore. The future is hybrid smart. If you think BYD is just a car company, it is important to understand that the picture is much, much bigger than that. In reality, BYD is building a comprehensive technological ecosystem that has the potential to change the face of the entire automotive industry. The company's true strength does not lie only in its vehicles, but in the complete, vertically integrated technology chain that operates behind them. This includes their batteries, their own chips, their AI control systems, and their revolutionary charging-free architecture. BYD's new hybrid engine is just the first and most visible step in a much larger master plan. CEO Wang Chuanfu has repeatedly stated that his ultimate goal is not simply to sell cars, but to create a holistic mobility ecosystem, a world where energy, machines, and humans can coexist in a sustainable and efficient balance. First, let's talk about the battery ecosystem. BYD is not just a car maker, it is also the world's largest manufacturer of EV batteries. They have developed and produce their own Blade battery, which is based on very stable lithium iron phosphate technology. This battery is not only exceptionally safe, resisting fires even under extreme conditions, but it is also fully recyclable. While most other car companies rely on external partners like CATL or LG for their battery supplies, BYD manufactures every component in-house, from the individual battery cells to the final packed modules. This gives them an enormous cost advantage and, more importantly, complete end-to-end control over quality, supply, and safety. And this same groundbreaking battery is seamlessly integrated into their new hybrid engine, making it not only efficient but also incredibly reliable. The second major component of their ecosystem is the chip and AI control system. Today's modern cars are not just powered by an engine, they are powered by data. BYD has developed its own Vehicle Control Unit, or VCU, which uses an AI-based system to monitor and manage everything, from the engine and battery to the electric motor and the climate control. When the car is cruising on the highway, this AI system automatically determines the most efficient mode to use in order to minimize energy consumption. If the driver is crawling in city traffic, the system intelligently activates pure electric mode.
All of this happens completely automatically, without any need for manual input, creating a truly intelligent and smart hybrid experience. The third, and perhaps most revolutionary component, is what can be called the charging-free architecture. BYD understands on a deep level that the biggest psychological problem facing EV adoption is range anxiety, that nagging question of what to do when the battery charge runs out. That is why BYD's central focus has been on creating cars that simply do not require frequent plug-in charging. Their DMI engine and its sophisticated energy recovery system are meticulously designed to automatically charge the battery while the car is in motion. This entire architectural philosophy is the foundation of BYD's no-plug future plan for the next decade. They envision a time when people will simply say, "My EV doesn't need to be charged, it charges itself." BYD's 10-year strategy is crystal clear. By the year 2035, they aim to have created a completely self-sufficient mobility ecosystem. This means that every critical part, the engine, the battery, the software, the semiconductors, and the power management systems, will be built entirely in-house. They do not want to be known as just a car company, but rather as a comprehensive green energy technology conglomerate. First, they conquered batteries. Then they moved into electric motors. Now they have revolutionized the hybrid engine, and the next logical steps are fully AI-based autonomous driving and the integration of hydrogen fuel cell technology. This means that BYD is actively creating a complete and integrated mobility blueprint for the coming decade, one that is completely free from external dependencies. Now, let's talk about the environmental angle, because this engine represents a real step towards a greener future. This BYD engine is not only practical for the driver, but also represents a major step forward for the health of our environment. At a time when pure EVs were being hailed as the only green solution worldwide, BYD has successfully added another layer of sustainability with their concept of intelligent hybridization. The petrol component of this engine operates on a super high-efficiency thermal design, which reduces CO2 emissions by approximately 40% compared to a traditional petrol engine. And when the car is running in its pure electric mode, tailpipe emissions are virtually zero. This means these vehicles are not only more affordable to run, but are also significantly better for urban air quality. Furthermore, their overall fuel consumption is remarkably low. The DMI engine's consumption of 3.8 liters per 100 kilometers is less than half that of a conventional petrol car. This translates directly to lower overall oil consumption, less dependence on oil imports for nations, and greater energy security. Perhaps the most significant feature from an environmental standpoint is BYD's advanced battery recycling technology. BYD has established a system where it collects and recycles its old batteries, successfully reusing over 80% of the valuable materials. Rare metals are safely separated and recovered, preventing environmental damage from mining and landfill waste. This comprehensive approach to the product life cycle is a key reason why international environmental agencies have begun recognizing BYD's DMI system as one of the world's most eco-friendly hybrid systems available today. When it comes to hybrid technology, two names consistently come to the forefront: Toyota and BYD. Both companies are advancing this crucial technology, but they are doing so in their own distinct ways. The competition between them has become intensely interesting now that BYD has launched what many are calling its version 3.0 hybrid generation, a system that directly challenges Toyota's long-standing and respected hybrid philosophy. Let's understand the key differences between these two automotive giants and consider which system may prove to be more sustainable and desirable in the long-term future. Toyota is the company that truly pioneered mass-market hybrid technology nearly 2 decades ago when it introduced the iconic Prius. At that time, almost no one in the industry believed that a car powered by both a petrol engine and an electric motor could become such a huge worldwide success. Toyota's hybrid system was primarily engineered around two core principles: ultimate fuel efficiency and bulletproof reliability. Their goals were straightforward: to significantly reduce petrol consumption, maintain strong performance, and avoid overcomplicating the technology, which would ensure long-term durability. They developed a series parallel hybrid design, where both the engine and the electric motor can work together or separately depending on the driving demands. Toyota gave the world a genuinely reliable and proven technology. This is why, even today, cars like the Toyota Prius and the Corolla Hybrid continue to deliver impressive mileage figures of around 20 to 25 kilometers per liter, and are known for running trouble-free for many years and hundreds of kilometers. Now let's turn to BYD, which has effectively taken Toyota's original vision and pushed it much further into the digital age. While Toyota maintained a strong focus on mechanical fuel efficiency, BYD has added a deep layer of electric intelligence and digital management to the system.
BYD's new DMI super hybrid technology is not just a simple combination of an engine and a motor, it is a complete AI-controlled energy management system. In this system, the engine, the motor, and the battery are all digitally connected and communicate with each other in real time. The system's computer automatically and instantly decides when to switch to pure electric mode, when to draw power directly from the engine, and when to use the engine to charge the battery. The advantage of this approach is that the car is always running in the most efficient mode possible for the specific driving condition, and the driver does not need to manually change anything or even think about it. While Toyota's proven hybrid system has achieved an impressive thermal efficiency of around 35 to 40%, BYD's new 1.5-liter hybrid engine has set a new world record by achieving a thermal efficiency of 43.04%. This means that a larger portion of every single unit of energy from the gasoline is used directly for propelling the car forward, rather than being wasted as heat. This engineering marvel is the fundamental reason why BYD's hybrid cars can travel 100 kilometers on only 3.8 liters of fuel, which is equivalent to approximately 26 to 27 kilometers per liter. Now comes the important question of long-term durability. Toyota cars have rightly earned a global reputation for their seemingly endless longevity and reliable performance over time. But BYD has added a powerful new layer to this concept of durability with their revolutionary Blade battery technology. This lithium iron phosphate battery is not only incredibly safe, but is also engineered to last up to an astonishing 1.5 million kilometers. This battery is fundamentally fireproof and requires very low maintenance, which proves to be a complete game changer for the long-term viability of any hybrid system. That is why BYD's hybrid technology is being referred to as version 3.0, because it is not just a mechanical combination of petrol and electric power, but a smart, digital, and self-managing energy system. Toyota deserves immense credit for giving the world the solid foundation of hybrid technology, but BYD has now successfully redesigned and evolved it to perfectly suit the demanding needs and expectations of the year 2025 and beyond. Now, the competition is no longer just about who gets the highest mileage or the longest range. It is about intelligence. It is about which car can better understand its driver's habits and manage its own energy more efficiently. So, if you believe that this new engine from BYD has the potential to truly change the world of electric vehicles, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can be the first to see every upcoming revolution in the auto industry as it happens.